Welcome to. Hey! Ooh, that's it. What? Am I?
All right, Big Mare. Looks like a settler needs some help.
Wait, what?
Go ahead and zoom in using the controller's move.
Kitty.
You know, you can harvest that dead dino for some raw food.
No problem. What?
I think I do have it. I was with my computer, but
Let's turn that broken wagon into something useful, like raw lumber.
Huh. Oh, sir, this is Lalu Spooky. Would you like some food? Nom nom.
Let's turn that broken wagon into something useful, like raw lumber. All right, Big Man. Go ahead and build a food depot. That way you can feed your settlers. All right, Big Man. Go ahead and build a food depot. That way you can feed your settlers.
can't believe you roll your eyes in love. Oh, shit!
All right, now you can prep some meals. Raw food goes in, meals come out. Bon appetit.
Wow, where's the dinosaurs? I want a freaking huge dinosaur to come in and like put the... Oh yeah, I can do that. I can make them bigger. Right.
There's some info on your watch. You should take a look.
No problem. Rev up those fryers, 'cause I am sure hungry for. Rev up those fryers, 'cause I am sure hungry for. Rev up those fryers. Food.
You can build a lumber yard to refine wood.
113 wood.
You got it.
Cool.
It looked like he got touched while he was in the making the catch. That's the way to do it. You can roll those pro signs for very on top of stuff.
Oh, watch the tail.
Okay, man.
How do you do, big man?
How do you do, small man? Help me.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. Harvest 130 wood. Okay.
Away.
Mayor, you can assign your settlers to the lumber yard to refine wood. This town sure needs a saloon. You should build one. All right, you got a saloon. Folks need a place to gather, let off some steam. Then some fireworks. Congrats, Mayor. You better check the settler shelf, Mayor. When you have the resource, upgrade your lumber yard.
I have a mask on, so it just hit right on the top of it.
It's nice to have a place to lay your head down.
Started either, man. He's like, I'm gonna go play with people today. I didn't know he was
give medical attention to your settlers.
I said, me and everybody voted.
Get that settler to a clinic. When you have the resource, upgrade your lumberyard.
So anyway, the girls went out there and Chris started and then out the two of them out there. And then finally the bird went out there and lost the ship. So the girls leave one after another.
Howdy, big mayor.
Anyway, I was fine.
Okie dokie.
Some people were excited to get news, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have any protocols taking sips in slow motion. Because the only thing that will make you believe is trying it yourself.
Yeah, he's in love with this kid. He's just in love to fucking get receipts out of it. Yeah, you live with him or not? Well, I'm not with that for a little while, so we'll see. She's a bit warm. Oh yeah, they were like trying to get involved. She was trying to get her, the grandparents involved. So then she can come down and get stuff out of them.
No problem.
When you have the resource, upgrade your lumberyard. You can assign a settler to train your apex dials in this pen. Is that a new haircut? You're looking good. Did you level up? Fresh faces, come into town.
No problem. No problem.
Apparently I have to restart after each one of these. I'll restart my computer later. Like, what is that in your hand? The camera? What's that?
This upgrade gives you a watering can to regrow your trees. Put a lure down to capture trainable dinos to help you around town. Alright, the lure is set. Let's see if you can get a dino.
Got a corn on the ground.
Back off.
There's an apex galley nearby. Try and capture it.
Wait, what? Wait. Ugh.
America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. She can post out here like she does in the city.
There's some info on your watch. You should take a look.
No, they're deer cameras. They're infrared and they switch back and forth. It's got a delayed timer, so it'll do like 2 seconds, 5 seconds. They'll do burst shots. They'll do like 6 shots at once. Like most. Yeah, right. Like 8. No, that was the other camera going off. It's right there. It's a red light.
Every dollar you spend online and get unlimited double rewards through October 1st. Don't settle for a piece of the pie. Join Hut Rewards today and earn free pizza faster. That's why no one outpieces the Hut.
USAA is complimentary to my family because they stand on principles like loyalty, respect, and honor. Being brought up in a military household, the same core values instilled in my family.
We trust USAA to handle our auto, home, and personal belongings all under one roof. I see now why USAA is so important to my husband and my husband's family, and now I'm a proud USAA member.
We're the McDonald family, and we're USAA members for life.
Save by bundling USAA auto and home insurance. Get a quote today.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap.
I've had a blade camera.
Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
So the Raiders, for an 11-year period with a drought, 17 starting quarterbacks, most in the NFL. That included Rich Gannon at the beginning. But now Derek Carr with 50-plus starts. The Redskins, meanwhile, 20 starting quarterbacks, 5th most over a 20-year period. But Cousins has settled that down. 35th consecutive start, longest since Mark Rippon back in 1993, and they won a Super Bowl in that time period. So both teams solid at that spot, at least for the moment in Washington. Again, Cousins on that franchise tag for the 2nd year in a row. Carr signed for the next 5 years. First down now, it's a 5-yard gain for P-Rod. Workhorse already in that 6 carries. Jay Gruden. So Sean McVay was the offensive coordinator and did such a good job here that he got the Rams head coaching job at the age of 31. So Jay is now back to calling the plays.
Yeah, but he doesn't have quite the weapons they had a season ago. Deshaun Jackson, so much the deep threat, now playing with Tampa, Pierre Garçon. We saw him the other night in San Francisco, so they are looking to reconstruct this passing game now.
2nd and 6. He throws, and Baez is caught right at the line of scrimmage. Niles Cole, the tight end, makes the catch. Mario Edwards put the heat on 3rd down and 9.
Boy, did he ever. Mario Edwards, remember, he was right here. He was injured for most of last season, had a hip injury out weeks 1 through 13. But he is a dynamic playmaker on the inside. Then you match that up with Bruce Irvin and Khalil Mack on the outside. You tell him, stop these guys.
Thompson now the back through the 3rd down back to score the game's touchdown, first touchdown. He already has 4 this year. The flag before the snap.
Sometimes
We'll make it 3rd and 14.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, and then 3rd down.
Right tackle Morgan Moses.
Can't say that I blame Morgan Moses. He's got Khalil Mack on the outside here, and you better get out there for the Defensive Player of the Year from a season ago. But Moses and the entire offensive line, and they're sort of fun to watch. They really are pretty athletic. They pull, maybe not quite as much counter OT and some of the stuff from back in the day. It does remind you.
2nd and 11. Cousins looks that way, throws. Crowder makes the catch on the run. There's another flag, though. Then he comes up what would be about 3 yards shy of the first down. He's correcting. Wants to see what the Raiders want to do here. Take the play and it's 4th and 3.
Pass interference. Offense, number 14. The penalty's been declined. Result of the play creates 4th out.
Ryan Grant brings in the Washington punting group.
They're trying to get that old Green Bay play where you just run out and block, and this happens so fast that it doesn't matter. But he was on T.J. Carey so quickly, and you can do that within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, but he was well down the field.
Way is the Walker good kick. Fielded at the 11-yard line. Jalen Richard, and great coverage there. Pins the Raiders way back.
Nationwide is on your side.
Yeah, when they're growing their.
What do you think?
We're almost there. On the jingle, though, Brad, I want to feel it right here.
Right here in my chest?
No, your heart.
Heart.
In your heart. Yes, close. We're almost there. Almost.
Basically got it, right?
Basically almost, but you're doing great.
What did I just get into? Nothing.
Everything you love about Earth is gone.
Gone.
We have to fight for what's left. And by we, I mean you. So it's time to bring out the big guns. Not a metaphor, guys. Go grab some big guns.
Destiny 2, available now. Rated T for teen. Get exclusive Destiny 2 content on PS4.
PlayStation. Remember 2007? Smartphone? OMG. 10 years later, nothing's really changed. It's time to snap out of it. Hello, Moto. Snap on a JBL speaker. Put a 70-inch screen on a wall. Get a 10 times optical zoom. Get excited, world. Hello, Moto. Moto is here. The new Moto Z with Moto Plus. Get a Moto Z Play for only $10 a month. No trade required.
Tell me a long way away, but not for your yard. So feed or seed your lawn now with some of the good stuff from Home Depot to get that beautiful yard you want next spring. Save up to 10% on Scott's Turf Builder Winter
Introducing Wendy's new Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. It's a giant junior? Yeah, it's a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with double the fresh, never frozen beef, bacon, and cheese. So it's made a big name for itself. For a limited time, get the Giant JBC meal for just $5.
This is the Emmy-winning drama America has fallen in love with. And Tuesday is the night we've all been waiting for.
Our girls smell good. They make us great.
This Is Us. Season 2 begins Tuesday after The Voice on NBC.
Redskins went deep defense in the draft. Jonathan Allen out of Alabama, 17th overall pick.
Hell yeah!
Second choice, Ryan Anderson, also from Alabama. In the last 10 months, Nick Saban has produced 22 first-round recruits. You think he can do it a little bit?
16.5 sacks for Alabama combined between those two.
Cordero Patterson, the former Viking, first year as a Raider, comes into the backfield. And you give him the ball. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife guy. He used to be a run-back guy, receiver. Never quite made it in Minnesota and decided he needed a fresh start someplace else. And he picks up 8 yards here, second down and 2.
And he can run. Kenny Howie saw him last week, and this guy's legit. Watch him break this tackle here. That's a linebacker coming up there to take a shot at his fate and just bounces off. But we see him in motion out of empty set, coming back, had a long touchdown run out of the backfield last week. He's done some really good things.
6'2" and 220. Now they go with Lynch in the backfield. Straight line, fires to the outside, incomplete, off the hands of Jared Cook. Another one of the new Raiders picked him up in free agency. Green Bay. Remember, he made that catch against Dallas last year that was over the moon. Set up Mason Crosby for the field goal that knocked Dallas out of the playoffs.
Yeah, the Raiders really didn't have a guy like that. They have been playing against in their own division some really first-rate tight ends that are mismatches down the field. Basically, they wanted one of their own, and they had Jared Cook.
The last drive, 2 sacks. First 2 games, 2 sacks. Mentioned last year, the Raiders, best in the league at avoiding a sack. 3rd and 2. And Lynch goes to the outside, and they slam him down. That's Preston Smith. Already has a sack of his own, and a beautiful tackle right there to create 4th down.
Man, what a play. Preston Smith, he's the player of the game so far out here. Lee Smith has got to be one of the best, if not the best, blocking tight ends in the game. And watch him just throw him aside and go tackle one of the toughest guys to tackle in football in the backfield. Impressive by Preston Smith so far.
Lynch 3 carries, only 7 yards. Here comes Marquette King. His first punt was 56 yards. This one is higher and deeper on the fly anyway. And backing up is Crowder to make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Washington ball when we come back. 7-0 Redskins.
Hey, Des, things are heating up between you and Josh Norman again. What do you say about that?
I'm going to take the high road here. No comment.
But you just posted this drawing of Josh Norman riding a buck-tooth snail. Are you saying he's slow?
I would never say that.
Des, what about this drawing you just posted of Josh as a little tiny blanket? Are you saying he can't cover you?
Your words, not mine.
Really? Because it's literally signed by Des Bryant.
Guys, one over here.
Third and 8, Williams takes a snap, he drops back, he's got a man downfield, he throws. It's intercepted by Phillips. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20. He's got one man to beat. He's going all done.
The thieves, man. They know it spins and they stick their hand in it.
Nothing comes before coffee. That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe. Cafe quality from beans to espresso machines.
All the moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life.
They're built house right behind me. And the
stars belong to everyone. They leave that for you and for me. Flowers in spring, the robins that sing. The sun beats that shines. There's no love can come to everyone. The best things in life, they're free.
NBC Premiere Wednesday starts with the brightest on its new night.
It's crazy what you see on here, though. I had a really good picture of Bobcat, man.
On SVU,
it was pretty good size,
Bill was everything to take him down. The detective took too long to kidnap him.
Crazy.
On Chicago PD, a deadly misfire. I shot the girl. Shakes the city. A night of
like a little with the young ones.
Packers hosting the Bears. Thursday Night Football coverage begins 8 Eastern on CBS, the NFL Network, streaming live on Amazon Prime. Messrs. Nance and
spend the week up there. That would be good.
You get to go home on Thursday night.
Nothing wrong with that either. There's a guy that feels very much at home in Oakland. Ken Norton Jr., the defensive coordinator. Boy, he was aggressive in that game last week. Has been doing a little bit of that as well. Kind of interesting because really Pete Carroll, where he came, is really not much of a pure blitz kind of guy.
Very different as D. Ryan takes it to the outside and picks up a yard to the 21-yard line. He's already carried the Oklahoma rookie has 7 times for just 16 yards.
Here's a little bit of what I was talking about, Al, on the backside of some of these plays. This offensive line, you're going to see a lot. Remember this back in the day with the old Redskins and the Hogs and all that sort of stuff? Athletic pretty much across the board. Almost any of them can get out in front of a play and pull, and eventually that can wear down the defense a little bit. They're going to the empty set with a very versatile Chris Thompson coming out of the field down here at the bottom.
These guys calling themselves Hawks 2.0 with a full start here. Naturally, the minute we start talking about the offensive line.
Side of the line. 5-yard penalty remains second down.
I told you they were quick.
Get back up in a hurry, too.
Yeah. Trent Williams on that one, but this guy has consistently been, I think by any measurement, top 3 left tackle in the National Football League now for 5 years running, something like that. He's incredibly athletic.
4th overall pick in the draft back in 2010 out of Oklahoma. 2nd and 13, Cousins fires, and that's caught at the 31 by Ryan Grant. The Grant who got into the end zone at the Coliseum in Atlanta last week. Beats Conley on the play in a first down gain of 14.
How about this throw by Kirk Cousins? Any questions about his arm strength? He just rifled that one out there, perfectly timed, threw it well before the break. I think Kirk Cousins should pay us to come to his games. He lit up Green Bay in the game we did here last year.
And then Green Bay didn't lose the game the rest of the way. To the playoffs. Cousins fires to the outside. Coming back to make the catch is Terrell Pryor. So the one-time Raider quarterback, now a wide receiver, was with Cleveland last year, signed here. Nice play.
Watch this throw. You think the last one was good. Watch this, and Mario Edwards is going to go right in his face, and he is going to have to make this throw just basically fall on the ground. Right back, falling down, and gets a completion. That's remarkable.
Cousins is 7 for 7 for 85 yards. 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. To the outside. Nowhere to run. P. Ryan taken down by Bruce Irvin.
Let's take a look at this Redskins offensive line. And on the outside, Morgan Moses, he has the heavy lifting tonight with Khalil Mack. Sheriff inside, very good at picking up blitzes, as you see there. And then look at all the space in there to complete that big throw down the field to Vernon Davis.
There is Bill Callahan. He's the offensive line coach, assistant head coach. Bill Callahan coached the Raiders to the Super Bowl in 2002. After John Gruden left and lost that game to Gruden, Tampa Bay and San Diego.
That's the other offensive line coach, 2 former head coaches.
3rd and 6. And that is too high. Incomplete intended for Chris Thompson. Covered by James. Washington with 4 first downs in the game. Oakland has none. Washington with 98 total yards and Oakland with 6.
Very impressive that time by Corey James to be able to cover Chris Thompson, one of the better receiving backs out of the backfield.
Tress Way, his first punt was 58 yards. Jalen Rashad holds for catch and holds it in at the 22. So a little over a minute to play in the first quarter. You know what's fun about a game like this, Chris, among, the fact that we got a lot of stars in the game, these teams don't meet each other very often. I think it's 4 times in 19 years. Of course, they did meet back in the Super Bowl in the early 80s. Marcus Allen had a pretty good day.
Yeah, he had one where he went like that, and then he came back around and did the whole thing. And saw Joe Theismann a little bit earlier up here. But I'm really stunned at how well the Redskins are playing on the defensive side against what I thought was a tremendous offense. I mean, they were smoking a week ago, yes, against the Jets, but the Jets came back today and looked good.
Miami at home. They go 5 wide on first down. Quick throw dropped by Michael Crabtree. Crabtree's had a great year. He had 3 touchdowns last week against the Jets. They've targeted him 14 times now and have connected 12.
Yeah, you can see what the Redskins are trying to do defensively is just sort of keep everything right in front of them. But when first down is not going well, I mean, they are so used to now Marshawn Lynch running over somebody behind this offensive line and getting it going. There's Greg Minuski. His guys have been on point so far.
Lynch now in the backfield. 2nd down and 10. Raiders looking for their initial first down. They give it to Lynch. Spinning and trying to get free. Couldn't. Up to the 27-yard line he goes. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
One thing you'll see with Marshawn Lynch is he gets very deep in the hole and almost stops right in behind guys. Like you'll see him almost just run right into the back of some offensive linemen for some of his big runs and then make some sort of a late move. With 50% of his runs this year, the first tackler have missed. That's pretty remarkable. Number 1 in the NFL.
Under a half minute to go. Carr is still looking for his first completion. He's 0 for 3. And there it is. And it's enough for a first down as Amari Cooper makes the catch. You got enough Raider Nick fans here. You hear Coop, but a flag just came in. With the clock stopped at 14 seconds. Raiders indicating it's against Washington. Tony Correnti will be the judge and jury here. Well, he'll be the judge. You got a couple of jurors there talking to him.
There was contact, a block on the outside by Seth Roberts.
During the run, holding, offense, number 10. The 10-yard penalty, and repeat, 3rd down.
Now, there was nothing wrong with the block. It wasn't pass interference or anything like that. But you'll see right at the end of it, he wraps his arms around Josh Norman. Right? Yeah, okay. Controversy's over.
Right. Roberts takes Norman down, so no first downs. As the ball goes back to the 23-yard line, and they wind the clock, and that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Washington 7, Oakland nothing. Sunday Night Football resumes after these messages.
Well, my parents met in Texas. Then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snacks. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call any places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Maybe Federal Credit Union open to the armed forces, the DOD, and their families.
You always have a choice. You can choose to ride with the right people, doing things for the right reasons. You'll always end up in the right place. Or you can choose poorly, end up stranded, buzzards circling, drinking rainwater out of your boot. The promise of a new life, the airport, all you can eat pancakes, the destination is not what matters. Although Portland's pretty happening right now. It matters how you get there.
Need help calling the right play on game day? Call me at the Gruden Hotline. Gruden Hotline.
Coach, I'm decorating for game day.
Decorating? What, with like streamers? And balloons. Really?
Yeah, like I said, I'm decorating.
It's a game, not an office party.
You got Coronas, you're good.
Trust me.
Streamers and balloons.
All right, then.
Find your peaks this game day. Call the Gruden Hotline, and you can win the opportunity to hang out and talk football with Coach Gruden.
T-Mobile never stops. We've doubled our LTE coverage. We're already the fastest 4G LTE network, and we just keep getting faster. And now America's best unlimited gets even more powerful when you pair it with a new iPhone everyone is excited about. Introducing the amazing iPhone 8. It's the best iPhone yet, now on America's best unlimited network. For a limited time, save up to $300 on iPhone 8. And now, join T-Mobile's iPhone upgrade program for free.
Right now I feel like a racehorse that's in the starting gate. The countdown is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Pretty soon I get to run.
And tonight's aerial coverage being brought to you by Geico. FedEx Field, 20 years old, first season. Landover, Maryland, 15 miles from the capital. Al Michaels, Chris Collins on the show. The boys Sunday Night Football, 3rd down and 9, starting the second frame, with the Raiders looking for their first down. What would have been that first down at the end of the first quarter to gain it. Just like He's in there, fires, and it's dropped. And that's something to get left to Mary Cooper, who has already dropped 6 this season. Their number 1 pick back in 2015.
You know what's amazing about that is just the fact that Cooper had a really rough year his first year with drops. Came back in the second year and problem solved. Had really not much of an issue at all. And now comes back this year and starts with 6 drops in the first 3 games.
In their 4th possession, this is their 3rd punt, and they had the interception that led to the Washington touchdown. And King, well, I'll tell you what, he's the reincarnation of Ray Guy. Sends that to the 16-yard line. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, this offseason, Trent Williams organized the 2nd annual Hawks 2.0 offensive line camp. Williams said the moniker is not meant to suggest this line is as good as the ones that won 3 Super Bowls. He simply wanted to pay homage to the Grits tradition and emulate their playing style. The purpose of the camp? Work out, hang out, and bond. He told me you need that camaraderie when you have 5 guys that have to move in unison now.
The Hawks 2.0. Michelle, you know, remember all his fans would dress as the Hogs. They need to bring that back. The Hogettes.
I tell you the other thing I love here in this stadium. They have a band.
Yep.
They love bands in football games.
And that's the song Yell of the Redskins every time they score. Play fake. Cousins rolls to his right. Goes to Vernon Davis. And Davis. So if the moves, the flag though comes in on the other side of the field. Would have been a 7-yard gain. He could have, should have.
Davis looked like a scat back on that one.
Holding. Offense, number 11. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first out.
Flag on Terrell Pryor.
Pryor's going to come all the way across the field and just do another takedown. I don't know if they're practicing tackling during their practice or not, but so far we've seen more wide receiver tackles than we've seen blocks. And he really needs to be the guy. Here's the 2 head coaches going head to head with them pretty good players back in their day.
Pryor was the last guy drafted by Al Davis before he died. Got him in the supplemental draft out of Ohio State in 2011. He's quarterback. This is caught by Pirine. And the rookie takes it up to the 20-yard line. So it was 1st and 17 after the penalty. It'll be 2nd down and call it 7.
Yeah, and you begin to see the screen passes for the Redskins are sort of coming back in vogue because they are so athletic getting out front. That time Brandon Sheriff able to get out in front of the play. So you'll see a lot of pulling. You'll see some pitches to the outside. You'll see screens, all because of a very athletic offensive line.
From the 20, Chris Thompson picks up about 4, setting up third and short.
That time it's the center, Spencer Long, coming out in front. I mean, there just aren't that many centers in the NFL that pull. Nobody over his head, so you get him out in front, hanging with David Amerson down the field. We probably would have seen a blitz in this situation. We'll see what Ken Norton has in store here.
From the 25. Raiders 4 guys up along the line. And look out, Texas is going to go down. And that's Mack, the defensive player of the year, beats Moses, the right tackle, for the sack to make it 4th and 13. A 10-yard sack for him.
Yeah, a really good idea here because they're going to bring Mack off the edge, but they blitzed the inside linebacker that time, Nicholas Morrow, so that they couldn't shift on the outside against Khalil Mack. Really well designed that time by Ken Norton.
Fresh way. This will be the 6th punt of the game. Every one of the punts have been over 50 yards. 31-yard line, and that's great coverage there. Fabian Moreau. Sack Blazer. 7-0. Watch.
Well, LeBron and Isaiah now.
Oh, I guess.
What about Love? Did Love get out?
No, Love is still there. I guess Kyrie and all the guys in Boston are still good. I guess Tibbs in Toronto. Like, who else? All them. Can't see this. Yeah, I'm not sure. After they said Melo got traded, anybody can be an all-star.
Bridgestone Drive Guard tires are engineered to come through in the clutch. Let's go. And NFL coach John Gruden is going to help us prove it. I got this. Okay, tires. If you take a hit, you got to get back up. John, you better kick it up a notch and get us home. There's always going to be nails on the road to victory, but you keep on going.
Actually, Drive Guard tires can take a puncture and drive up to 50 miles to safety.
50 miles?
Yep.
Guess my pep talk worked.
Sure.
Determination to become a professional football player like Luke Kuechly. But it only takes 15 minutes to see how much you can save on car insurance with Geico.
You want that? I thought doing this and they're all moving. I haven't seen that.
This Blast from the Past brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Jack Del Rio, linebacker from the University of Southern California.
Yes, sir. When Jack has finished sacking quarterbacks, he can't wait to turn pro so he can appear in beer commercials. He told me he's not sure what's going to do more, a blitz or a schlitz.
Jack Del Rio with Bob Hope 3 decades ago. Also with the ball, and it's Jared Cook, the tight end, making the catch. So Jack Del Rio, 3rd year here in Oakland. He's a Bay Area native. Coached Jacksonville, the head coach there between 03 and 11. He was telling us yesterday during the offseason with a full start here or an offside, one of the two.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 91. This 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Brian Kerrigan. So when Jack left the playing field, he was going to be a broker at Merrill Lynch. Had a job.
He had clients.
He had clients during the offseason.
While he was playing.
And then he ran into Tony Dungy, and Dungy said, "Are you really happy?" Well, you know, maybe. You need to get into coaching. How'd that work out?
Pretty well for both those guys, you know. Jack Del Rio, I think, was upset with what he done when he get a head coaching job.
Here's Lynch now. That was Oakland's first down of the game. So a man who would have paid a lot of attention to bond futures winds up as a coach. He's been a coach since 1997. Started with Mike Ditka in New Orleans. Went to Baltimore for a while, to Carolina for a year, then to Jacksonville. He was Denver's defensive coordinator for 3 years, and then got the Oakland job in 15.
I think he understands Marshawn Lynch's passion for that area maybe better than anybody because he shares it.
2nd and 9. Carr throws over his Lynch, makes the catch. And shows a little beast mode action there. Still can't bring him down. Finally, they sling him down. Broke one tackle, then takes it up to the point where they have a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, like when he catches a pass or makes a run, it's almost like a fist fight's about to ensue. And the first guy almost never gets him on the ground. And look, did you see Josh Norman there? He punched down a couple of balls a week ago, and he took a shot that time with Marshawn Lynch.
Without a channel, peanut tuna. 3rd and 1 at the 48. From the pocket. And that's going to be picked off at the 29-yard line. And was he down by contact? That's Kendall Fuller, and they're going to say he was. And the rest of the play doesn't matter. And that's the 2nd interception of the night.
Just impressive off your left hand
There's
side.
everybody I got car parts down here.
By this time. I tell you, this team, Greg Manusky made this comment to me. He said the Raiders think they're going to come out here and punch us in the face and intimidate us and push us around. And I'm telling you right now that ain't happening. It ain't happening. And so far in this first, whatever it is, quarter and a half, it is not.
No picks coming into the game. Didn't throw 2 in any one game last season. Now on the ground, and finally some room for P-Ryan, whose knee is down about a yard short of the first down, up at the 38-yard line, 2nd and 1.
Brandon Sheriff inside, overpowering. There's Derek Carr on the outside. Let's take a look right here. Just watch these guys work down the field. Nice block there inside on the young rookie Morrow.
The yard to gain, that's about where he's going to get, but actually he's able to lead forward. Pick up 3 to the 40. So P-Ryan was down there at Oklahoma, shared time with Joe Mixon, now in Cincinnati. School record in rushing yards. That's saying something when you do it in Norman. We talked about those 427 yards in one game versus Kansas.
Supposedly, he does things in the weight room that are otherworldly. And he has just remarkable feats of strength, and over time, much like Marshawn Lynch, can wear down a defense.
Only 5'11", but 233. So go muscle to the outside. That is caught. That's Ryan Grant. And Grant takes it across the 50-yard line and has a first down.
Now we're seeing the Raiders coming out in a little bit of zone defense. They're pretty young at the linebacker position, so maybe they're feeling like they need to be a little careful with some of the stunts. They already blew the one coverage for the touchdown down the field, so maybe a little bit more conservative here now.
8.5 to go in the half. Put a fullback in there. That's Niles Paul. Vernon Davis sets up in the slot left. Fullback. And that proves effective. Takes it to the 42-yard line. The rookie middle backer, Markel Lee, makes the tackle.
Going right over Brandon Sheriff here. And outside it was Mario Edwards who was creating some problems in the passing game. So now they're starting to attack this defensive line in the run game.
2nd and 2.
It's a hot night, too.
I'm just going to say that you saw Mack come off the field just for a breather. It's still 81 degrees. And now Mack is back in. And Cousins dancing around, fires, and it's caught. Inbounds Terrell Pryor with a great catch. Gets both feet in. Got position on Emerson on the play. Gain of 13 and a first down.
There you go for an inexperienced wide receiver. Nice play. He comes down the field. Should have come back to the ball a little bit. Doesn't do that, but immediately reacts when his quarterback goes to the outside. Did he get those feet down?
It doesn't matter because he had the challenge before the snap, and he did. So Pirine gains a yard and a half here. Second down. One more look at that play.
It's a question whether that stayed on the ground long enough to control the ball. Close.
Probably going to stay with the call on the field. Both these days. Matt Brown comes in. First time, second-year guy in Florida. Taking the block. Pass is caught on the outside by Vernon Davis for only a short gain. Carl Joseph, the strong safety, second year out of West Virginia. Didn't go on pick last year with the stop.
Yeah, just in his second year, and this guy really put on a show in the game last week. They blitzed him quite a bit. And I was asking Ken Norton about it, and he said, I don't know. I didn't really plan on doing it, but we started doing it, and he was making plays. It looked like he was having fun, and he played downhill and attacked the offense, so we're going to attack the offense.
36 on three receivers to the left. Let's look at that way. Throws, and that's going to be caught. Conley covering on the play. Crowder making the catch. Beats the rookie Conley. It's enough for a first down inside the 20.
I think Conley missed this deflection by about 2 inches here. Take a look, 22 on the outside. He's going to react back underneath. He gets his arm around, but that one just perfectly thrown, and a great job that time by Cousins to keep it low so you can use that body to make that catch as well. Here's the big battle on the outside. Moses going against Mack. All you can ask.
Cousins 13 of 14. This coming from the outside. They run it down to the 15-yard line with Pirine. 13 carries for Pirine already for 39 yards, averaging 3 per tote.
I kind of feel a little bit sorry for Jay Gruden and Matt Cavanaugh on the offensive side. People like me want to go, where's the big plays? We see it #1 in the league a year ago with big pass plays. But you don't have Deshaun Jackson. You don't have Pierre Garçon. So it's going to be a different look. And I think that maybe a little bit more power football out of the Redskins this year.
Overnight a 17-7 difference. Play action. To the outside, and that'll go nowhere. Crowder makes the catch. T.J. Carey. Last season when they had Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson, each over 1,000 yards. They let Garçon go. He goes to San Francisco. Jackson goes to Tampa. First team to lose 2,000-yard receivers, and they went out and got Pryor, and they just hoped that Doxson could be the guy at some point. They got Crowder as well, normally out of the slot.
Pryor can fly. He ran under 4.4, and it's a big reason why, of course, the Raiders wanted to even play quarterback. And he made big plays at quarterback. I remember some long runs he had playing quarterback.
Absolutely. Third down. Going to the end zone and caught for the touchdown. Vernon Davis. And the free throw is good.
Vernon Davis tearing up, and he's going against the quarterback, Sean Smith, who's a big guy, 6'3". But again, Vernon Davis in that speed ran right by a corner. Here we go, the big battle on the outside. Moses just enough to give Kirk Cousins time to make that throw. That was a really impressive drive by the Washington Redskins.
11 plays, 72 yards. Hopkins with the point after. So Davis into the end zone, maybe a 12-foot jump shot instead of a free throw. Either way, it's Washington 14, Oakland nothing.
Blind spots can make navigating certain driving situations rather tricky. Which is why the award-winning Kia Sorento has an available surround view monitor. The Jeep Grand Cherokee does not. That doesn't sound good. The Kia Sorento, highest-ranked midsize SUV in initial quality by J.D. Power. Get up to $4,500 total cash on a new 2017 Sorento for qualified buyers.
The new celebration rules are in place, and Pepsi is all for it. Antonio, what have you got in mind? Bit of a throwback. Looks like the Charleston. You never see that in football or anywhere.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable. Just like some people like banging their head on a low ceiling. Drinking spoiled milk. Camping in poison ivy. Getting a paper cut. And having their arm trapped in a vending machine. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Back in the Kansas City locker room where Commissioner Pete Rozelle about this AFL.
Inside these lines, we don't have to come from the same place to help each other reach the same destination.
No time to waste. Let's work.
Inside these lines, we may have our differences, but recognize there's more that unites us. Inside these lines, it's a game of inches. And there's no such thing as an easy yard.
No. We would have like 3 foot 9.
Inside these lines, we not only define our victories, but the way we handle our defeats. Inside these lines, we can bring out the best in each other.
Coming to the nation's capital, so many great sights.
I do not. My father's name, Abraham Lincoln Collins. Of course, I have been in that memorial many a time. Thanks for visiting.
FedEx Field out here in Landover, Maryland. Redskins looking good so far. Open track. To the end zone. So Cousins, hot tonight. He's only thrown one incomplete pass, 15 of 16. Carr, 3 of 8, only 23 yards. And that last drive, Cousins pays it off with that touchdown pass. He's thrown 2 tonight. Last one to Vernon Davis.
Yeah, and Marshawn Lynch so far 5 carries for 13 yards, and they're doing this without their powerful inside linebacker Mason Foster, who's out with a shoulder injury, and yet they are still able to stop the run.
Jalen Richard is the back here, the speedy one. So they start a drive with him, and Richard with a good burst. He gets tripped up by Nicholson, who had the early interception, but that picks up a first down.
I was wondering when we were going to get back to some of the simplicity of this offense. And this monster right here, Kelechi Osemele, I think, is one of the best players anywhere. He's been one of the best guards for a number of years in a row. And usually he and Donald Penn on the left side begin to take over games.
From the 35. Carr throws underneath Richard. Up to the 40-yard line. It's gain of 4. Second down and 6. Clock ticking down to 3 minutes to go in the opening half. There is Mason Foster.
Well, that big interception you talked about. He is really, again, we were talking a little bit. I said, who is the guy that can replace him? Just big, heavy, downhill playing linebacker. And they're like, man, we really don't have another one of those. Pretty unique guy.
And that Spade is in there in that spot. Here's the toss to Richard. He will get slobbered up by Ryan Kerrigan. He was the #1 pick back in 2011. In his career, he's had 60 sacks, so he's paid off beautifully out of Purdue.
Wide receiver's not going to make this block. Coming down here against big Ryan Kerrigan. Best sack artist, 11 sacks a season ago. I think he smelled that one all the way and beat Seth Roberts to the punch.
3rd and 13. Quarterback field. Fullback. And that's going to take us before the snap to the 2-minute warning. 2 to the half. 14-0 Redskins.
Welcome. How's it going?
Hi.
Okay, so you've got 2 friends here.
Yes.
This is the J.D. Power Award for dependability. Now, I want you to give it to the friend that you think is most dependable.
Those are all the features.
Wow.
It's just not fair.
Does she have to?
She doesn't have to. No, but it's a tough choice, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, luckily, Chevy makes it a little easier, because it's the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
That's amazing. Chevy's a name you can trust.
Before I had the shooting, burning of diabetic nerve pain, these feet loved every step of fatherhood and made old cars good as new. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Lyrica.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions, suicidal thoughts, or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worse depression, unusual changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
We just got to take it one game at a time. Next question.
Can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
Technical foul.
Wrong sport.
Wrong network. See, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. They won't let you down in places like this, even in the strike zone.
It's the red zone.
Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. All right, see you on the court, champ. Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Fresh mozzarella and pepperoni don't just belong on pizza. They also belong on a sandwich, which is basically pizza, plus a huge piece of chicken. Arby's, we have the meats.
Only one show is so good. Critics can't stop talking about it.
What's going on? What's happening? Who won the election?
Will and Grace returns Thursday on NBC.
Coming up, the Toyota halftime. Bunch of wild finishes. Week 3, and reactions from around the NFL coming your way on the Toyota halftime. So 3rd and 13 with 2 minutes remaining in the half.
No catches by these wide receivers yet.
Far as 4 and a 9. And then finally you've got Seth Roberts, but he pays the price after a very short game. Zach Brown knocks him down, former Titan and Bill. That'll be 4th down.
Well, Zach Brown is a huge addition to this defense. He can run 4.44. There are wide receivers in this league, and one that's a broadcaster now that could run 4.44. And he is a striker. So you add him along with Mason Foster on the inside right there, faking like he's going to blitz, come back under, and Seth Roberts is going to wish he had not. That kind of speed. Blew a coverage in the game last week and still young to the system. But it doesn't matter to Greg.
Guys, your 10 minutes is up. Get your butt in the shower.
Flies around the field. Makes big plays. DJ Swearinger, another guy in that category. Now the captain of this team in his first year playing safety. Tough bunch.
Washington took its first time out. Fourth time. 57 yards a kick. Pulled into the 9-yard line. Crowder gets away to run it back about 6 yards. And that's where Washington will take over. 142 to the head.
The last of the best.
The unemployment Turkey is back for a limited time. So much turkey.
USAA presents the Salute to Service moment. Members of the military were invited by NFL teams to show their physical fitness and football skills at NFL boot camps throughout the preseason. The chance to participate in team-building drills and to meet some of the game's biggest stars is just one small way that USAA encourages appreciation and respect for our nation's military. See how USAA honors and protects our nation's military at salutetoservice.com.
You each drive a Ford pickup, right? Yes. I'm going to show you a next generation pickup. Awesome.
Let's do this.
The bed is made of high strength steel, which is less susceptible to punctures than aluminum.
The stronger the better.
And best of all, this new truck is actually the current Chevy Silverado.
Current Chevy owners and
Chevy's going to back sports aluminum until they have to go.
or 0% financing for 72 months on this Silverado All-Star. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Why are they going to have to go
Started on Blu-ray this Tuesday.
you know, meet those requirements. So,
If it's a Bud
you
Light,
know how the miles per gallon rating works?
barley, rice,
So,
and hops.
the government makes all of those vehicles
The Americans
as a whole have to meet a certain requirement. So that's why, like,
Here join Al, Blake, Miley, Jennifer, and me for the season premiere of The Voice. It's tomorrow night at 8/7 Central. Let's head back over to Al and Chris right now at the Raiders-Redskins game. Raider Nation.
Thank you, Carson Daly. Raider Nation is not particularly happy at this moment. By watching at this point in the game.
Carson always likes to battle round at the boys. We've got a good battle going on the outside here. Between Khalil Mack and Morgan Moses. And they've left Moses for the most part one-on-one and given up one sack, but I'm not so sure Bill Callahan wouldn't take that. He thought he could get away with that one-on-one block and help somewhere else against the Defensive Player of the Year.
Redskins with 2 timeouts. Starting for the 15.
Hey, Lucky! Lucky!
Run a draw. Thompson. Plenty of room and a 13-yard gain and a first down. Run out by Reggie Nelson.
Well, we've already seen Thompson score the touchdown. See Spencer Long get out in front of this thing one more time, but there aren't many points in the year where you look up a player's stats like Chris Thompson and you see he's averaging 13.5 yards per carry and 11.5 yards per run. That's a pretty impressive start, and he's been just as impressive here tonight.
4 touchdowns. 2 running, 2 receiving. Screen up the way. There's Thompson again. And Thompson got to midfield before he is finally run out after a big game. Broke away from Reggie Nelson that time.
Great play by Shalaval. The left guard had some trouble in protection. Watch him go down first, secure that block, then get out and dive and make the block on the edge just enough of Reggie Nelson to send Thompson down the field.
23-yard game. Skins have gained 214 yards tonight. Opens 48. Better than a 4-to-1 ratio. Minute and a half to go. To the outside he goes. Up in the air and into the hands of Ryan Grant. Second down and 10. David Amerson, who started his career here in Washington with the coverage.
Yeah, and in general, Al, I would say this Raiders team is going to go as far as this secondary can take them. Sean Smith, Garrett Conley, David Amerson, who was a former Redskin, basically did not work out here. Went over there and things went very well for him on that side. TJ Carey. But you know they want to be aggressive in Oakland. Those corners are going to have to hold up all year.
Dominic is their number 1 pick of Ohio State. On a draw here, finding a little crease is Thompson. Again, Washington impressive offensively tonight and going without Rob Kelly, who would be their number 1 running back with a rib injury. Take a timeout. They do here for the minute 9. Back at 30.
Cars ready?
Wrong car.
Oh, so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
is this car?
What is it? It's the all-new Chevy Equinox. This feels like a luxury SUV. The car's here. Bummer. Do we have to take this one down? Can I take this one off?
Current qualified Chevrolet lessees can get this all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox LT for around $199 a month. Or get $2,500 total cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Redskins one timeout now, 69 seconds. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 45-yard line. And that's going to be close to a first down. Vernon Davis tackled, looking forward progress as the umpire lines it up, and that's going to be a first down. He's a good spot, a good Washington spot.
Yeah. That's a yard and a half forward to where he got his ball. Not even think about it.
The challenge inside of 2 minutes, what they can do about it.
Here we go. We might get
one to review.
That's interesting.
Get one of those.
So you need it. You can't challenge it, but you can have an official review. So New York can say, hold everything down there in D.C.
What's this?
Look at it here.
Did not make it to the 39.
Doesn't look like he has. We're back in 30 seconds.
Need help calling the right play on game day? Call me at the Gruden Hotline. Gruden Hotline. Coach, I'm decorating for game day. Decorating? What, with like streamers? And balloons. Really? Yeah, like I said, I'm decorating. It's a game, not an office party. You got Coronas, you're good. Trust me. Streamers and balloons. All right, then.
Find your beats this game day. Call the Gruden Hotline, and you could win the opportunity to hang out and talk football with Coach Gruden.
Tony Coretti on with New York. We think they're going to overturn the first down call. It was 4th and it was 3rd and 6. So this would make it 4th down and issues if they move it back, which we think they will.
You know, this is going to be interesting, Al, because they should wind the clock. Let's say they overturn it. They should wind the clock. Now, if you let the Redskins run that clock down, it makes it a lot easier decision to go for it because they don't want to give the Raiders the ball right there, right before the half. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
The runner was short of the line today. The ball will be placed at the 39.5-yard line. It will be Washington's ball, 4th down. The clock is correct at 39 seconds.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Raiders ended up feeling like they had to call a timeout. Maybe not. Maybe 39 seconds is enough, but they should be winding this thing, right?
Absolutely. And they will as soon as they have the ball spotted ready for play.
And that's what Coretti just said. He's going in and told them in the huddle, here they go, wind the clock.
And there goes the clock down here. About a half a minute. With P-Ryan in the backfield. To try to draw Oakland offside. Crowd doesn't like it, but they don't want to take the chance here. Give Oakland the ball back, let them score. So they'll take the delay, kick it down.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, and remain 4th down.
So it stays 4th down. They'll leave Oakland with no time and with a decent kick very deep in their own territory.
It's kind of interesting. Now with 22 seconds on the clock, would you think about going for this thing here? I mean, if you run something, you can't now. They've got the penalty that moved it back. I might have called timeout there and just, I don't know.
Interesting thought, yeah. They go into the locker room with a nice lead. Fair caught at the 11 by T.J. Carey, 14 seconds. So every 2 years, the U.S. team takes on the world in a global golf competition. This year, Dustin Johnson and Jordan Spieth. Team USA against Hideki Matsuyama, Jason Day, Team International. It's the President's Cup starting Thursday, 1 Eastern on Golf Channel. That's the Jefferson Memorial here in Washington. It's first night of autumn, 81 degrees.
One of the great cities really in America. I love coming here. I love the museums. I love the memorial. I just love being here.
So this will end the half, and Washington will get the ball to start the third quarter. So a great half for the Redskins. 223 total yards to 47, 11 first downs to 2, and Cousins red hot with 2 touchdown passes. 2 huge turnovers leading to both Redskins scores. 14-zip at the break, coming up next at halftime after these messages from your NBC station.
Tomorrow is NBC Premiere Monday as superstar Jennifer Hudson joins 4-time Emmy winner The Voice.
All I gotta say is, glory!
Oh man, we got no chance.
If I fall shoot, what's the compliment, y'all? What am I about to do? Hey, hey!
Please leave your pants on.
Then, the premiere of NBC's highly anticipated new show, The Brave, is finally here.
Light and lethal, people, let's go.
Critics are calling it thrilling, suspenseful, and full of nail-biting intensity.
These brave men and women are not like any other special forces.
This is what I do. I get you out of here.
The fly in your ear?
Of The Brave, after the return of The Voice, tomorrow at 7 Central, NBC.
You drove a Ford pickup, right? I'm going to show you a next generation pickup.
Awesome. Let's do this.
The bed is made of high strength steel, which is less susceptible to punctures than aluminum.
The stronger, the better.
And best of all, this new truck is actually the current Chevy Silverado.
Get a total value over $8,800 on this Silverado All-Star. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on this Chevy Silverado All-Star. Chevy drives Oklahoma. Find new roads.
What's even better than primetime TV? TV that works on your time. With Contour TV from Cox, you can access the top 100 primetime TV shows available on demand anytime. So you can catch your favorite shows when it works for you. With DirecTV, you can get a lot of drama if they don't have your top primetime shows on demand.
Take the Cox Challenge. Get a better bundle with Contour TV, up to 100 megs internet and phone. Just $89.99 a month with no contract.
Go online and take the Cox Challenge today.
Your car. Your home. It's where you feel safe to be yourself. That's why AAA builds auto and home insurance around each member. Specifically for who they are and what they need. Insurance that's not just insurance.
Does it make sense that a German car company would break ground in Spartanburg, South Carolina?
Or that they build over 400,000 sports activity vehicles a year?
And customize them millions of different ways.
Does it make sense that BMW's largest factory in the world
is in a small town in the South? It makes perfect sense.
The BMW X4, X5, X6, and the all-new X3, engineered in Germany, built in America. Lease a BMW S-Drive, S-Drive 35 hours for as low as $569.
Are you guys ready?
You should be
ready.
We've got burgers, beer, and
She's like, I'm awake. What? Yeah. Who needs
Wow, shut up.
Just be on. Can you at least brush your hair so it doesn't look like a crazy person?
Yeah, so now I put that nasty fucking wet salt pepper hair.
Just 2 first downs.
Who's excited? Everyone excited?
14-0 Washington at the break. Here to talk about it, Dan and Tony.
Awesome!
Mike, thank you. 47 yards of total offense.
It's the gross and it's your responsibility.
The balance of the Redskins offense. They're running the ball, they're passing the ball. Kirk Cousins is playing extremely well. But I'm looking at the Raiders defense, and they're starting to creep up a little bit. So I'm expecting a lot of play action and some shots in the second half.
And I'm amazed at the Washington defense. They have completely shut down a really high-powered Oakland offense, passing especially.
All right, time now for the Pick 6 best finishes from Week 3, and we had a few of them, including the Patriots hosting Houston. Patriots down late. Tom Brady finds Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, the offense is putting up big numbers, but the defense is still a concern. That defense needs to step up.
Giants, Philadelphia, 7 seconds to go. Carson Wentz to Alshon Jeffrey to set up a long field goal with 1 second to go. They bring in the rookie, Jake Elliott, from 61 yards out.
Yeah, great kick, but this was another step forward for Carson Wentz, leading a victory in that last second.
Oh, God, I thought that was the cat making that noise. I was like, oh, shit, what's wrong with the cat? It's like he called the 911. Emergency, like, my cat's making octopus noises. What do I do?
The ball, they got a really good offensive line.
Cincinnati at Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson late to tie it, send it into overtime, and then it's Mason Crosby with your game winner. Coming up next for the Packers, it'll be the Bears, another meeting of the NFL's most played rivalry on Thursday Night Football kickoff at 8:26 Eastern on CBS and the NFL Network. You got the Packers figured out yet?
I don't. The one thing I do know is they don't have a lot of confidence in their defense. So offensively, what they want to do is just keep it close into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, we know what Aaron Rodgers can do.
Yeah, he was great today, missing some offensive receivers, missing some of his line, getting pressured, and he willed them to victory in the fourth quarter.
So the Bears-Packers coming up Thursday night. Coming up next, responses from around the league to the president's recent comments about anthem demonstrations. But first, Toyota shows us how